Excellency Ambassador Nagesh Singh, Ambassador of India to Bangkok, distinguished participants, my Indian friends, and venerables, Dhammaruta Bhikkhu. So on behalf of the most venerable Professor, Prapom Vacharathirachan, Director of Mahachulalongkorn Ratchavidyalaya University, together with administrators and MCU students, it is great honor and profound privilege to have Your Excellency, Ambassador of India to Bangkok, together with the distinguished participants from India as well, to MCU. Now, our students, MCU Dhammaruta Bhikkhu, your student, waiting for you to have your knowledge. So today we have organized international seminar on the Sanskrit language and Indian philosophy for the Dhammaruta Bhikkhu. Dhammaruta Bhikkhu, the number of Dhammaruta Bhikkhu this year 120. They are going to be trained for 3 months, and then they have to learn Indian philosophy, Sanskrit language, Pali language, and also Hindi language. I would like them to know the sources, the previous sources of the wisdom from India. Today we have opportunity to have the distinguished the Ambassador of India to Bangkok, Ambassador Nagesh Singh, to deliver a speech. Could you please join me to give a big applause, please?
Namaste and Swadikap. Let me first begin by apologizing to all the venerable monks and the Dhammadutas for arriving late. I left the embassy in Bangkok on time, but somehow the driver took the wrong route and we went off in a direction which was totally incorrect. So that is the reason I got delayed. And my most sincere apologies for being late today. The most venerable Vice Rector and also the Director of the Bharat Study Center and my Guru, distinguished members of the faculty, the respected Dhammadutas, students, and my friends visiting from India, Dr. Ashish Bhave, who has been a big supporter of our attempts to further strengthen these deep-rooted bonds between not just India and Thailand, but between India and the Buddhist world. It is a great honor for me to be here today at the Mahachulalongkorn Rajvidyalaya University, one of the most respected Buddhist universities in the world, and a great center for the study and propagation of Lord Buddha's teachings. I bring to you the best wishes and warm greetings from the people and the government of India. I am particularly delighted to be in the midst of such an august audience, as I was privileged as well to be named an honorary lay Dhammaduta by this great institution in 2024. So I consider myself not as a Rajdut, which in Hindi means ambassador, but I consider myself foremost as a lay Dhammaduta. And I want to thank Achan for his blessings and giving me this honor, which is the biggest honor of my life. Venerable monks, India and Thailand share a unique and timeless relationship, deeply rooted in our shared cultural heritage and spiritual values, of which Buddhism is the most important symbol. More than 2,500 years ago, India was blessed as Lord Buddha walked on our land. He attained enlightenment under the Mahabodhi tree at Bodh Gaya and shared his divine message with the world, beginning with the first sermon at Sarnath. Over the centuries, these teachings have traveled across the world, including to Thailand, where they found deep respect and devotion. Today, Thailand stands as one of the great custodians of Theravada Buddhism, and institutions like Mahachulalongkorn Rajvidyalaya University play a vital role in preserving, studying, and spreading the Dhamma. Venerable Dhammadutas, the word Dhammaduta, messenger of the Dhamma, carries a noble responsibility. Since ancient times, Buddhist monks and scholars have journeyed across regions and cultures to share the wisdom of the Buddha and thereby making the world a better place for all of us to live in. We remember with reverence the missions initiated by Emperor Ashoka the Great in 3rd century BC. He sent monks across Asia to share the teachings of compassion, wisdom, and non-violence as taught by the Enlightened One. Those early missions laid the foundation for flourishing of Buddhism across the region. Today, the Dhammadutas continue this sacred tradition. Venerable Dhammadutas, your studies here are not merely academic. They are part of a living tradition that connects you with more than 25 centuries of glorious tradition, wisdom, and knowledge. The knowledge and practice you cultivate here will help bring peace, compassion, and understanding to the communities you serve. Our world today is confronted by multiple and complex challenges, such as war, social conflicts, environmental crises such as climate change, and a general erosion of fundamental humanitarian principles of love, compassion, and peaceful coexistence. Teachings of the Buddha offer us timeless guidance on the way forward in overcoming these challenges. The values of metta, karuna, sati, and panna provide a path towards peace and harmony for individuals and societies alike. And in today's time, as we see, whether it's war in Ukraine or the war in the Middle East, I think your message will be very important to make human society more peaceful and calm, because there is a lot of agitation in people's minds because innocent lives are being lost. And we see more and more tension happening. We also saw something here in Thailand between the two neighboring countries. So I think it becomes more and more relevant for the Dhammadutas to go around and spreading the message of Lord Buddha in our time. Venerable Dhammadutas, India takes great pride in being the land where the Buddha attained enlightenment, where he lived and delivered his noble sermons, and where he eventually attained Mahaparinirvana. India is also home to the most sacred Buddhist pilgrimage sites, such as Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, Shravasti, Kushinagar, Lumbini, in nearby Nepal. Lumbini is not in India, in nearby Nepal. Every year, thousands of pilgrims from all over the world visit these sacred places, strengthening the spiritual bonds between India and the Buddhist world. And I'm sure most of you have visited India, and especially to these holy sites. But those who haven't, we invite you and we welcome you to visit these places. The government of India remains committed to supporting Buddhist pilgrimage. Every year, thousands of pilgrims from all over the world visit these sacred places, strengthening the spiritual bonds between India and the Buddhist world. The government of India remains committed to supporting Buddhist pilgrimage, academic collaboration, and cultural exchange with all friendly countries, so that the light shown by the Buddha is not only spread far and wide, but remains an eternal flame guiding humanity in finding the righteous path. In this regard, we greatly value the role played by Mahachulalongkorn Rajavidyalaya University in training monks, scholars, and Dhammadutas who share the Buddha's message across the world. Similarly, the establishment of the Bharat Studies Center at MCU in 2024 is a matter of great pride and satisfaction for us. It was inaugurated as a dedicated center for Indology, Indian philosophy, and Sanskrit studies to strengthen academic bonds between India and Thailand, but I think beyond Thailand to the rest of the world, and especially in this region, for which I am very grateful and deeply indebted to you, Most Venerable, for your leadership and support in the realization of the Bharat Study Center. Venerable Dhammaduta's India regards the preservation and promotion of Buddha's teaching not merely as a matter of heritage, but as a living responsibility towards humanity. Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, has repeatedly said, and I quote, he says, "There is no problem in the modern world whose solution we cannot find in the teachings of the Buddha. The Buddha had provided a solution centuries ago to the war and unrest the world is suffering from today," unquote. Our Prime Minister also said, I quote again, "The path of the Buddha is the path of the future and of sustainability. Had the world followed the Buddha's teachings, it would have not faced the problems we are facing today," unquote. The Government of India has been very determined and proactive in undertaking a range of initiatives to promote Buddhism and Buddhist heritage. One important initiative has been the strengthening of institutions dedicated to Buddhist studies and learning. India supports renowned centers of scholarship such as Navnalanda Mahavihara and the Central Institute of Buddhist Studies in Ladakh in Leh, the Central Institute of Higher Tibetan Studies in Sarnath. These institutions play a vital role in research, teaching, and the preservation of Buddhist philosophy, languages, and manuscripts. Scholars from many countries come to these institutions to deepen their understanding of Buddhist thought and culture, and we invite those venerable monks who are interested to come there, and I hope more and more collaboration between the MCU and some of our universities in India. India has also revived the ancient spirit of Nalanda through the establishment of the new Nalanda University in Bihar, not far from the site of the historic monastic university that once attracted students and monks from across Asia. The modern Nalanda University serves as an international center for interdisciplinary studies, including Buddhist philosophy, history, and cultural exchange. Venerable monks, Pali has been officially recognized as a classical language by the Government of India in 2024. The Indian government's decision at recognizing Pali as a classical language is aimed at preserving, promoting this language, which is considered a key part of India's cultural and intellectual heritage. This status helps in promoting research, academic study, and the preservation of its extensive literature. It will also play a role as a bridge for cultural and spiritual exchange across Asia. Another important initiative is the promotion of global dialogue on Buddhism. India regularly hosts international gatherings such as the Global Buddhist Summit, bringing together monks, scholars, and practitioners from many countries to reflect on the relevance of Buddhist teachings in addressing contemporary global challenges such as conflict, environmental degradation, and social inequality. The Government of India has also supported the translation and digitization of Buddhist texts and manuscripts, helping to preserve ancient knowledge and to make it accessible to scholars and practitioners worldwide. These efforts contribute to the continued study of Pali, Sanskrit, and Tibetan Buddhist traditions. In addition, India promotes Buddhist education through academic exchanges, scholarships, and partnerships with universities and monastic institutions across Asia and beyond. Such initiatives strengthen the bonds between Buddhist communities and encourage the study of Buddhist philosophy among the younger generations. And I'm so happy to see this seminar which is being held here today. Venerable monks, India is developing the Buddhist circuit as well, connecting the sacred sites associated with the life of Lord Buddha and Buddhism. By improving infrastructure and access to these sacred places, India seeks to encourage both pilgrimage and deeper engagement with Buddhist history and philosophy. While most of us know about Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, Shravasti, Kushinagar, Vaishali, Rajgir, Sankisa, Sachi. There are other Buddhist sites in India, which I don't know how many of you have visited, but in Andhra Pradesh, in Maharashtra, like the Ajanta and the Ellora caves, Amravati in Andhra Pradesh, from where Nagarjuna came, Ratnagiri, Udayagiri, Lalitagiri in Odisha. We are trying to build those up as well for people to go there and pay their homage, because somehow the understanding is only about the holy sites in UP and Bihar, but India has many more sites. Through these initiatives, India hopes to preserve the profound intellectual and spiritual legacy of Buddhism while also promoting its universal values of peace, compassion, and harmony. In today's world, where humanity faces challenges, the teachings of the Buddha offer a path towards greater understanding and inner peace. The study of Buddhist philosophy not only enriches academic knowledge, but also nurtures ethical awareness and compassion in society. India remains committed to working with the global Buddhist community to ensure the light of Dhamma continues to enlighten and guide humanity for generations to come. To all the Dhammadutas present here today, I pay my respects to all of you and wish you the very best in your noble journey ahead. May Lord Buddha guide you as you serve humanity and make our world a better place to live in for all of us. May the blessings of the Triple Gem with you all, be with you all. Allow me to conclude with a teaching from the Buddha that remains deeply relevant today. And I apologize if my pronunciation in Pali is not good enough. Sukhino va khemino hontu, sabbe sata bhavantu sukhitata. I'm sorry, once again I apologize. I thank the Venerable Sangha and the leadership of the Mahachula Longkorn Rajavidyalaya University for the warm welcome and for your invaluable contributions to preserving and sharing the light of the Dhamma. And I thank you for your patience and for bearing with me despite my late arrival for this program. Thank you very much, and Kapkun Kap. Namo Buddhaya.
Now I would like to invite the most venerable assistant professor, Dr. Prasiddhi Vajrabandit, come along with the lecturer to offer the souvenir gift to His Excellency Ambassador India to Thailand, His Excellency Nagesh Singh. Please welcome, sir.
Sape Buddha, Sape Buddha.
Now the Vice Rector is offering the receipt of the support the activity of the Bara Study Center. And the most venerable Prakru Sutta Ratana Bandit is offering a souvenir to His Excellencies. And please welcome all delegates to receive the souvenir bag from the most venerable sir. Please welcome, sir.
Mr. Dr. Ashish Bawe, the good friends of MCU Bara Study Center from International Center for Cultural Study, New Delhi, India, offer the Pali Tipitaka Devanagari script, right? Okay, could you please give a big approach? ยกพระไตรปิฎกมาแล้วยกพระไตรปิฎกโอเค
This is the Tipitaka. The Tipitaka in Devanagari scriptures.
We've got some pictures for the Bharat Study Center.
Oh, this is for Bharat Study Center.
There are some more. I think one is enough. There are more for you to put it in.
แต่นี่มันเป็นมอบให้ทุกท่านมอบให้ทุกท่าน
Then it is to collect.
Okay, Mr. Santos.
There are more books. But we just give one, the rest we can. There are more books for the library. A lot of other books which will just for the library.
We take a group photo with your student. เอาเก้าอี้มานะโมนะเก้าอี้มา
เจ้าที่นำเก้าอี้ขึ้นมาเตรียม
No, I will not.
ก็เชิญพระธรรมทูตทุกรูปนะครับเชิญพระธรรมทูตทุกรูป
And after that we have some seminar on Sanskrit language.
ครับ